Yes, children, welcome. Again, I'm here with the topic Up You Go, Chapter 9, EVS, Class 5. As the name suggests, Up You Go, that means how far up you can go when you are going for a mountaineering camp or trekking. So, in this chapter, we will learn about mountaineering and trekking. This is the chapter is based on the diary written by the one of the teacher of Kendra Vidyalaya, isn't it? And that diary is published as a chapter in your class. Now let's start the chapter. 2nd February 1984, mountaineering camp, Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Uttarkashi. Let us first locate where Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Uttarkashi is there. This one is the picture of Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, and it is in Uttarkashi, one of the district in Uttarakhand. Children, the aim of the institute is to introduce and initiate young men and women and school children to do the mountaineering and to explore the mountain and nature. It is established to honor the great desire of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Prime Minister of India. Okay. Here, first you are trained to climb in the artificial height, then they take you to the real mountains. So let's read. We were at the mountaineering camp and were very excited. 20 of us were teachers from Kendra Vidyalayas. There were other women from banks and other institutes. Today was the second day of the camp. In the morning, as I got out of bed and put on my foot down, I screamed in pain. I remembered yesterday's 26-kilometer walk with the heavy rucksack on my back. I was afraid to go back to that steep climb and the rough, narrow path. Now, look, what is rucksack? This is the picture of rucksack. Rucksack is a bag with the shoulder made up of a strong waterproof material. Look, okay. Now, with tears in my eyes, I started walking slowly towards the room of Brigadier Gyan Singh. And once more that why she was screaming in pain, because she has some blisters on her foot. Now this is the picture of blister. Okay, with tears in my eyes, I started walking slowly towards the room of Brigadier Gyan Singh, the director of our adventure course. I was thinking of what I would say to excuse myself from that day's trek. Suddenly I heard his deep voice from behind. Madam, what are you doing here at breakfast time? Hurry up, otherwise you will have to trek on an empty stomach. So this is the picture how she is sitting. Okay, sir, I could not say any more. You have come to tell me that you have blisters on your feet, that you cannot walk, isn't it? Yes, sir. Look, she is having some blisters. That is nothing new. Now get ready quickly. So you came to know that blisters are nothing. Okay. Even you are having blister, you will have to climb the mountain. I hung my head and rushed back to my study. I had just turned when I heard his voice again. Listen, madam, you will lead group number 7. You will have to help my member who has directly difficulty climbing the mountain. You have already been told about the responsibilities of a group leader in the mountains. Tell, have you ever seen the mountains? Have you also climbed a mountain? When and where? So children, here you will write the answer yourself. If you have ever seen the mountain, you will say yes, and have you ever climbed the mountain, you will say yes, and the location also you will tell. How far have you walked at one time? How far can you walk? So how far you can walk? You can walk maybe 2 or 3 kilometer. And how far can you have? Not more than 6 or 7 kilometer maybe. Okay, you write according to you. Imagine what you think about the path of the mountain. Draw a picture. Now path on the mountain usually have curves. This is the picture of mountain with curved path. You will draw this one in your copy. A big responsibility. I started thinking about what a leader must do. Now here are some points about the responsibility of the leader. Help others in carrying their bags. Let the group go ahead and keep to the last. Help those who cannot climb properly. Find a good place to stop and rest. Look after those who are not well. Arrange for food for the group. The most important thing is to ready to be punished even when someone else may have made a mistake. अगर किसी और ने गलती की है तो आपको ही punishment मिलेगी. So be ready. I realized that there was a special kind of discipline here. I wonder whether the camp will still be fun. So she is in doubt कि इस तरह के लीडर होने के बाद भी फन कर सकेगी कि नहीं. ओके, Now group number 7. Group number 7 included girls from Assam, Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Nagaland. I was the only teacher from Kendra Vidyalaya in this group. I was happy to meet my new group members. Most of them could not speak Hindi well. I still feel bad that after being together for 21 days, I could not talk even once with Khandobi from Mizoram. She spoke only Mizo, but in our house, we grew close to each other. Now let us look at Assam, Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Nagaland. So these are Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur. Okay, these states are called northeastern state because they are situated in the eastern part of the country. Question answer. What do you think about the responsibilities of a group leader? The responsibility of a group leader are challenging and of giving self-satisfaction. How would you feel if you were made a leader in such a camp? Obviously, I will feel highly fortunate for getting such responsibility. Number 3, what does a monitor in your class have to do? To maintain discipline and to arrange requisite things like chalk, duster, etc. in the absence of teacher. टीचर के एब्सेंस में आपको डिसिप्लिन मेंटेन करना होता है इफ़ यू आर द मॉनिटर ऑफ द क्लास. वुड यू लाइक टू बी द क्लास मॉनिटर? व्हाई? Yes, I would like to be the class monitor. It will be a wonderful experience to lead my class. Yes. Now, 5th February 1984, crossing the river. Now they will cross the river. We got vitamin C, iron tablets and hot chocolate milk with our breakfast. So these are the picture of vitamin C, iron tablet which give energy needed for climbing. Okay, these are given for strength and to keep us warm in the cold, and they also give us strength and हमें ठंडी से गर्माहट देता है टेबलेट खाने से. Every morning there would be a medical checkup. We tied our bandages and counted the days left. After an 8-kilometer trek, we reached a river. There was a thick rope tied across the river from one bank to the other. The rope was tightly fixed to pegs and pitons on both the sides. I was feeling nervous. I started thinking what would happen if the rope came out. I was trying to estimate how wide the river was. Now, this is the picture of pegs and pitons. In the picture, you can see how pegs or piton is driven into a rock or ice surface on a support. So, this helps for us अच्छी तरह उसे पकड़ के रखता है. ठीक है. So, there is no need to afraid. Okay, next page. Our instructor tied a rope around his waist and put a sling type of hook in it. Now what is sling? This is the picture of sling. It is a type of hook. It is a flexible strap or belt used in the form of a loop to support or raise a hanging weight. Hanging weight को support करने के लिए ये use होता है. Look at the picture. Okay. He then put on the sling on the thick rope tied across the river. Walking through the icy water, he went to the other side. No one was ready. Now where no one was ready. Okay, no one was ready to step into the fast flowing river. Everyone was pushing each other to go first. I stood last in the line, hoping that no one would see me. Just then our instructor came near me with a sling and rope in his hand. I knew there was no escape. डर के मारे मतलब ये एकदम लास्ट में खड़ी थी कि सबसे लास्ट में जाएगी. But no, इंस्ट्रक्टर ने देख लिया. I was ready but did not have the courage. Sir could guess my fear. He called out loudly, 3 cheers for Sangeeta madam. And before I knew it, someone had gently pushed me into the water. और मुझे किसी ने पानी में धक्का दे दिया. I felt as if my feet were frozen and started shivering. My teeth were chattering. पानी इतना ठंडा था कि एकदम मुझे कपकपाने उठ गए और मेरे दांत टरटराने लगे. I caught hold of the rope and started putting my feet firmly on the river bed. As I walked further in, the river got deeper and slowly the water reached up to my neck. In the middle of the river, I lost my balance and started slipping. तो बीच में एकदम पानी गले तक आ गया और वो स्लिप करने लगी. I was so scared and felt so cold that the rope slipped from my hand. I started shouting for help. और डर के मारे मेरे हाथ से रोप फिसल गया and I was shouting for help. I was sure I would carried away by the river, but no, I found that I was. मुझे लगा कि मैं बहते हुए पानी में एकदम बह जाऊंगी और नीचे चली जाऊंगी कहीं. But no, I was found I was tied with the rope to the sling. But because of the rope and the sling, they gave me the support. Hold the rope, hold the rope. I could hear the shout. I somehow managed to get hold of the rope and pull myself forward. Slowly, with some courage, I reached the river bank. I felt a special kind of happiness as I came out of the water. Happiness on fishing a finishing a challenging task. Children, whenever you do some task, some hard task, after finishing it, a feel of satisfaction, a feel of happiness come to you, isn't it? जैसे आप कोई कठिन काम ख़त्म करते हो तो आपको लगता है कि अरे ये हो गया, जैसे टेस्ट एग्ज़ाम दिया है तो अरे टेस्ट मैंने अच्छी तरह दिया है, हैप्पीनेस सेटिस्फेक्शन होता है, वैसा शी वाज फीलिंग. ओके. Happiness on finishing a challenging task. Now standing on the bank, I was calling out to the others to hold the rope tightly. I knew that this confidence was a result of facing a challenge with courage. So जब तक आप चैलेंज फेस करोगे, जितना आप चैलेंज फेस करोगे उतना ही आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल इंक्रीज करेगा. ओके. Now find out and write what kind of tools are needed for climbing mountain. So for climbing mountains, here above, find out and write. उसके above I have written, we need a thick rope, sling, stick, axe, etc. Beside these things, food packets, water bottle, hook, plastic sheet, diary, torch, towel, soap, wind seater, whistle, glucose, jaggery, chana, snacks, etc. Snacks are also required. Okay. Number 2, have you ever seen a hook and a rope being used for anything else? Where? Yes, I have seen the hook and rope used for drawing water from the well, to pull heavy things up the building, and in rescuing people during rescue operation. So this is a picture of hook and rope, and look how hook is used for rescuing the people during rescue operation. Now next question, why do we need extra energy on mountain? We need extra energy on mountain because we have to rise up against the gravitational force. पृथ्वी का एक ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स होता है, उसके अगेंस्ट में हमें ऊपर जाना पड़ता है, इसलिए हमें ज़्यादा एनर्जी की ज़रूरत होती है. फर्दर इट इज़ अ टफ टू वॉक ओवर द रॉकी सरफेस ऑफ माउंटेन. और माउंटेन जैसे एकदम रफ होता है, पत्थरों से भरा, उसे भी चढ़ने के लिए हमें एक्स्ट्रा एनर्जी की ज़रूरत होती है. Have you ever heard of anyone who has done something adventurous? What? So answer is yes. One of my friends went for trekking last summer. It was really adventurous. Have you ever done anything adventurous? If yes, tell your class. Write about it in your own words. So here answer is, last summer when I went to Shimla, I crossed the mountains river using rope, sling and pitons as mentioned in the chapter, and it was very adventurous experience. Now come to the next topic, rock climbing, and this diary written on 10th February 1984. So we had to climb 50 kilometer reach Tekla village. So ये village माउंटेनिंग के रास्ते में पड़ता है. It was at a height of 1600 meter. Our rucksacks had all that we may need. और हमारे बैग में सब कुछ था. फूड पैकेट्स, वाटर बॉटल, रोप, हुक, प्लास्टिक शीट, डायरी, टॉर्च, टॉवल, सोप, विंड सीटर, विसल, ग्लूकोज, जैगरी, चना and some other snack. We could see fruits and vegetables growing in the step field. Okay, this is the picture of the step field. Why the mountains have step field? So that जो खेती होता है, क्या होता है, ऊपर से जब बारिश गिरती है तो पानी ऐसे धीरे धीरे करके एक एक स्टेप में चला जाता है, और जितना भी न्यूट्रिएंट होता है तो वो क्या होता है, जैसे एक स्टेप में पड़ गया तो वो न्यूट्रिएंट वेस्ट नहीं होता है, तो खेती में ही यूज़ हो जाता है, इसीलिए स्टेप की तरह होता है. ठीक है, ये रहा पिक्चर. We could see fruits and veggies growing in the step fields. We saw Colonel Ram Singh standing on a 90-meter high flat rock with packs and ropes. We had been told to first observe the rock carefully, identify holes, places where we can put our hands and feet. Today I was not going to back out. I stood first in the line. Okay, look how this girl is climbing the mountain. सो ज्ञान सिंह ने क्या हो, जहाँ जहाँ गड्ढे है उसको ठीक से देखना है, ताकि वहाँ पे आप उसको पकड़ के और उसमें पैर रख के और ऊपर चढ़ सके. ओके, नाउ आई कम टू द नेक्स्ट पेज. अ रोप अराउंड हिज वेस्ट. He put the sling and held the thick rope which was hanging, and he started climbing as if he was running up. I also put my sling, but as I took my first I slipped, and there I was swinging from the rope. तो जैसे ही ये देखो चढ़ रहे, कमर में भी रस्सी बंधी हुई है, लेकिन क्या हुआ, जैसे ही मैं ऊपर चढ़ी तो मेरा पैर फिसल गया और मैं लटक गई. He started climbing as if, okay, हाँ, keep your body at an angle of 90 degree while climbing. So पहाड़ में चढ़ने के लिए what is most important, that your body should be the 90 degree. I heard keep your back straight, do not bend. ऊपर चढ़ने के लिए बैंड नहीं करना पड़ता है आपको, पीठ पूरा 90 डिग्री में ही आप चढ़ पाओगे. Keep this in mind. I imagine the rock is flat ground and started to climb. Again, while climbing down, we had to use the rope in a special way called rappelling. I did this with the same fearlessness. So, rappelling means what? When you descend a rock by using a rope coiled around the body and fixed at the highest point. Okay, ये देखो. You can see this girl. The rope is there at his waist. Here you can see. Okay, and she's holding a rope, isn't it? Now, have you ever climbed a tree? How did you feel? Were you scared? Did you ever fall? Yes, I tried climbing up the tree, which made me feel so scared that I would fall down, but quickly I did not fall down. I felt really thrilled. Have you ever seen someone climb a small wall? What do you think in the difference between climbing a wall and climbing a high rock? Yes, I have seen small children climbing the small wall. Climbing a wall is hard as it is flat surface. Climbing a rock is bit easier as the surface of the rock is irregular with elevation and depression, forming folds where one can put his or her hand and feet. Now children, this much for today. In the next part we will continue the remaining chapter. Okay, thank you.